Too many people think that politics and public service is some sort of a game, and they allow partisanship and personal agenda to infect the way they make decisions. In Dutchess County, we have a team, and they're a team of individuals working together. Certainly Brad Kendall, Bill Grady, Butch Anderson, and I as county-wide elected officials serving together, trying to govern together. But we have a great friend and a great partner in the members of the Dutchess County Legislature. And I would just note, regardless of political party, what we have hoped to create is a decision-making process focused on what's in the best interest of the people we represent. And I am proud to serve with this next gentleman who has learned from his own father and state senator, Jay Rollison. But Rob is a phenomenal public servant and a great partner, and I know that we have a lot of great work to do together. But Steve, a good friend of yours and a good friend of Dutchess County, Rob Rollison.
I was very fortunate as a young man growing up to see my dad, who held the position prior to our current senator, our good friend Steve Saland, for 24 years, 12 terms, which is a pretty long time. And as a young kid, starting out in 1966 and then retiring in 1990, one of the things that he did, besides serve his constituents very well, is he was able to pass the torch, pass the baton, as you will, to a really dedicated public servant back then who was serving in the state assembly, and that was Steve Saland. And for me, then, kind of transitioning 13 years later and becoming a county legislator, which a job I absolutely adore and enjoy every day of it, I was able to talk to my father, obviously, a lot about that job and what it meant. And so many times, he would say to me, "Why don't you call Steve? Why don't you call Senator, because he'll be able to get you that answer. He has the ability to work across the aisle on initiatives that are going on in Albany to get things done." Because that's really the key to being an effective public official today, is getting something done. All too often, things aren't getting done for various reasons, and sometimes it is that partisan rancor in those disputes that take place for really no good reason other than you're not in the right party at that time. And so I've been able to do that over the years, and I've called Senator, and I've leaned on Senator, and I've asked him for advice so many times. He's really taken the place of my dad in many respects, as far as being that mentor and being that sounding board when it comes to political decisions and political advice. And I wouldn't honestly be able to be as successful as I think we are in this legislature if it wasn't for Mark and if it wasn't for Steve. There are people that we can go to and talk about things because they have the knowledge, they've been around, they know what they're doing. And I think the key to the position that Senator Saland holds in Albany is he is effective, he is common sense, he provides the leadership that we all look up to, and that's why it is so important that we get behind the senator. We work very hard for him to get him reelected, because truly, without Steve in Albany, it would be a great loss, not only for Dutchess County, but the Hudson Valley and this entire state, because what he has done is immeasurable, the things he's brought to his constituents. And you know, we talk about a lot of things, and Albany's this and Albany's that. Well, I'll tell you one thing, this gentleman is a class act and is a person that has been so good to this community, and we need to get him reelected. And obviously, Senator, you have my support times 10, and I will do anything I can for you, and also anything I can do for Linda, because you are a team, and that is a great team to be friends with and to really count you as, you know, the true great citizens of this county that you are.
And how about a nice round of applause for Linda Saland? You know, either out of desire or fear. Just this year alone, you have Steve Saland to thank for a property tax cap to hold the line on the growth of property taxes throughout the state of New York. You have the repeal of a good portion of the MTA payroll tax. You have an expansion of legislation to protect victims of child abuse and domestic violence. He's taking the issue of bullying in our schools head on. This is an individual who understands the importance of the work he does and the importance of serving the people he represents. So, ladies and gentlemen, our current and future state senator, Steve Saland.